Hi Dakota. Welcome to our counseling session. How are you today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Good, I'm good. So I just want to welcome you to the session and explain to you what exactly the counseling process is going to be. So every week we'll meet about 20 minutes, and this will be, I just want you to know this is a safe zone. Like whatever you want to say, whatever you want to express yourself, I want you to be able to do that freely. And I don't want you to think I'm judging or I'm going to say anything to anyone. So just know that this is your safe zone. And I know it might be weird at first, talking to someone you might not really know. And it might be a little awkward and uneasy. But like I said, this is a place for you to learn about yourself and just to express yourself and learn more on how to express yourself in the way that suits you best. So I'm here to help. During our sessions, we can talk, or you can just talk and I'll just listen, or we can just sit in silence, until you're comfortable enough to be okay expressing yourself and just talking to me. And it's your time, so whatever you want to do with the time that we have together, it's all up to you, okay? Mm-hmm. So like I said before, I said that this is your safe zone, and whatever you say here stays here between you and me. But if there's something you say that puts you in harm's way or anyone else in harm's way, I will have to report that. Okay, do you understand that part? Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. So like I said, this is our first session. I want us to get to know one another for this time. Okay. So, do you like M&Ms?
Love M&Ms.
What flavor?
Peanuts.
Peanuts? Perfect. I got peanuts for our activity today. Okay, so this is the M&M game. Okay, so do you know the colors of the M&Ms?
There's brown.
Mm-hmm.
Blue.
Yeah. Look at my cheat sheet. It's okay.
Green. Yellow and red, I think.
I think you're missing one more.
What did I miss? Did I say red already?
Mm-hmm.
Orange?
Yes, orange. Okay, so the game is with all the colors. Okay, so each color stands for something you have to talk about. Okay, so we're not just eating M&Ms. We're actually gonna play a game with this, and this will allow us to ask us, get to know one another, like your favorite movie, your favorite food, about your family, your hobby. So I just want to make sure that you can pass on certain. If you don't want to answer certain things, just let me know. Okay, you're not forced. You're not obligated to express certain things if you don't want to talk about it. Okay.
But I can keep the M&M.
Yeah, but yes, you can eat that. You can also eat it. As long as you answer the question, you can eat it afterwards. Deal. Okay. So this is the little cheat sheet. So each color, like I said, you'll explain something. So red is your favorite movie. Orange is your favorite sport. Yellow is your hobby. You can talk about one of your hobbies. Blue is talk about your family. Brown is something you're good at. And then green is your favorite food. Okay, cool. So you think you can answer all those questions?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay. So you want to go first or I'll go first?
You go first.
Okay, so let's try to not look at it, okay? Yeah. Yellow. So I have to talk about my hobby. One of my favorite hobbies is cooking. It releases my stress, and I like to eat. So, I always like to try new foods. So instead of going out to eat, I like to cook, and it just puts me in a calm zone. Yeah, it's just nice to create your own food. So. Okay, your turn.
Orange. Favorite sport? I have to say basketball. It's my favorite sport, but I also like boxing. Because I don't play on a basketball team anymore.
Okay.
So boxing, when I go to the gym, the boxing bag the heavy bag is there, so I don't really need anyone else.
Okay.
And it's a time to like zone into and zone everything out, and yeah, spend time with myself. So
That's good. So you said basketball and boxing are your favorite sports. So when did you play basketball?
well, I started in 3rd grade,
Okay.
and then they didn't have a team uh, after 6th grade, so I haven't played.
Okay. So have you thought of if it's still in your as one of your hobbies? Have you considered trying to play for city?
Yeah, but it's just extra time, and there's not enough time to go dedicate to that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Okay, that's I understand. Um, so with boxing, you said you also like to be with yourself. In
Yeah.
comparison to basketball, it's a team.
Mhm.
You have to work with a team.
Mhm.
So how are you? Do you prefer working as a group or as an individual, or a combination of both?
I would say a combination of both. I think that I like to spend a lot of time alone. In comparison to like spending time with people. Not that I hate people, but I just like to spend time, alone, because I can develop like my own ideas. Like if I'm working on something, I would rather work on it first by myself, and then if I have to bring it to a group, then I'll do that.
Okay.
But I like to make sure my idea is like a complete idea before I
Okay.
bring it to other people.
That's good. So you like to brainstorm on your own and plan, and then you like to include others you're when you're open to adding more suggestions to your idea. That's good. That's a good balance on, especially when you start doing with your school projects, like whereas test taking it's individually, and then with group projects you have to learn how to work with each other. So that's good that you have an understanding of how you like to work. So that way when you are brought with other people, you can show them or tell them, express themselves, express how you work, so that way you're all on the same page.
Yeah.
That's good. All right.
Your turn.
My turn. Green. My favorite food. My favorite food is sushi. Sushi. And I like the raw fish more than I don't really like California rolls. I don't really think that's real sushi. Oh, so you agree? That's good. But yeah, the sushi is my favorite. I liked it since I was 2 years old.
Wow.
So, yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah. Good choice.
Your turn.
Red. Favorite movie. I would say The Great Gatsby. Both the original and the remake. But I just saw Wonder Woman, so that's a close second there. Yep.
That's good. I haven't seen Wonder Woman yet, but I have seen The Great Gatsby, both of them, and I would say they're on my top favorite too. Did you read the book?
Many times.
Okay, so yeah, I read the book a lot, and it's one of my favorite books. Is one of your favorite books?
Yes.
Cool. Well, see, we have something in common. Yeah, it seems like it goes by the book a lot, right?
The remake, I think, was really good. I mean, the first one was good too, but the remake had really cool effects. Like, they were able to show more than the first one.
Would you say, or which, do you think the original Great Gatsby or the new Great Gatsby was more based on the book?
I think that the second one. Because I think that what the movie looked like was more, I guess it lined up more than with what I imagined when reading it.
Okay.
There was more like glitter and like more vibrant colors. Versus the first one, I mean, they didn't have everything they have now to make that. So that's the second one.
That's good. Yeah, the second one I would say is a lot more Hollywood and glamorous.
Yes. Yes.
Good choice. Blue.
Family.
Something about my family. I am the oldest of four siblings. Yes, I'm the oldest. So it's me, and then I have two sisters, and then I have a younger brother. And so I would say it's hard being the oldest because I felt like I had a lot of pressure from my parents to do a certain way, and I was like the third parent. So, but now that we're older, my siblings and we're very close, and we're far in age. Well, me and my sister are 4 years apart. My other sister's 11 years, and then my brother is 16 years apart. So yeah, it's a big difference, but it's something that I learned how to be a better sibling and just someone that looked out for them, and also learning how to have fun with them.
Yeah. Cool. Yellow. Hobby again. Well.
Or you could. Do you want to do another hobby, or you want to try to get another color?
I'll just talk about another hobby.
Okay.
I like photography a lot. I got my first camera when I don't remember the age, but my grandpa gave it to me, and it's a film camera. So I mean, people don't use film a lot anymore, so it's like vintage hipster cool, you know. But it was cool because it's film. You have to go get it developed. It's not like you can see the photo right when you take it. So it's kind of cool to finish a roll of film and then go get it developed and then see the photos, because you kind of, by the time you get to the end of the film, you forget like what you've taken pictures of. So it's cool it's like a nice little surprise, almost like of a day that you had. So it's cool.
That's very cool. That's very cool that you're very interested in the film, whereas right now everything's digital. Everything has to happen now. Everyone's on their iPhone. Kids your age, that's all they talk about is the social media. So that's good that you like the whole process. You said you like to capture the moment right then and there, and I'm assuming the camera that you're talking about, you can't see what you took a picture of, so you can't delete it. Right? So that's right. Good. That's good that you're living in the moment. You like the process of like capturing it, and then like you said, it's a surprise. So that's a really good talent, and just that it seems like you have a lot of patience to do that, and creativity. So that's a really good hobby, and I'm glad that you talk about it very passionately, and I hope that you'll be able to maybe do some clubs, photography clubs. I know they might be having sign-ups soon. I'm just throwing it out there, just so that way you, like I said, this is a place for you to express yourself and learn more about yourself, and I'm here to help you, and I want to help you with any resources that you want to do at school or outside of school, just to help you learn better and grow as a person.
Okay, cool.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing that. Orange. My favorite sport. I would say a lot of people like to say that sports only has to do with the ball, but I like dancing. I did that when I was little for a little bit, and like as I've been growing up, I like to salsa dance. Have you heard of Zumba at the gym? It's kind of like a workout dance, like Latin music. So I would say, and I like to watch like Broadway, and even like the sporting, like the ballroom dancing competitions. Those are really nice, or hip hop competitions. Like, have you heard of the Jabberwockies? No? Oh, well, you need to look them up. They're pretty good hip hop dancers. But yeah, I would say one of my favorite sports would be dancing.
Okay. Yeah, dancing I think is cool because it's a sport and an art at the same time. Like you can be creative with it, but it takes a lot of like physical discipline to even execute the art.
Yeah,
so
you're right.
It's underrated, I think, by a lot of people.
Oh,
so
thank you for your input. That was very nice of you.
Okay. Brown, something you're good at. I would say I'm good at writing. Because it ties into photography. because I think that photography, you're telling a story with images, but with writing, obviously you're telling it with words, and so it goes hand in hand with photography, because what you're writing, like how could you bring that into becoming an image, and how can you express yourself differently, that like in a way that a picture can't do it, or whatever, vice versa. So I think I'm good at writing. I think I have a good grasp on it.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I like how you're very aware of your hobbies and your interests and your talents. And the fact that you like to combine the two. You said, sorry, excuse me. That you like to include, or you were comparing your photography as writing, because either way you're telling a story, whether it's with words or with pictures. And I think that's, like I said earlier, that you seem very creative and very ambitious. So I want you to just keep with that. Especially, you're still learning about yourself. You're going to grow into your own woman later on, and I just want you to like use those outlets as a positive, and even for negative. Do you ever use that when you're like stressed out, or when you're having a bad day? Do you look to those, or do you kind of just push them to the side?
I definitely turn to them. I think if it's a bad day or something, I think that I turn to writing more often, because like it's kind of hard to like take a picture of, like I wouldn't want to take a picture of myself mad.
Yeah.
Which it would be cool, but I think with writing it just like comes out. Once you get it out, then it's out. And like you can now that it's like here out of you, you can see it from the outside almost. You can like think about what you wrote and why did you write that. So it helps.
Okay, so knowing that you like to express yourself through writing, will you be open, like in future sessions, future activities where you'll be open to doing like writing activities? Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Maybe we can even incorporate some of your photography, your hobby of photography into our sessions.
That'd be cool.
Let me just check the time. Okay, so we're almost out of time, so I just want to make sure are you okay with this game? Did you like it?
Yeah, I liked it.
Okay, so there's still a few M&Ms. Did you want the rest of them?
Yeah.
Yes? Okay, so here you go. We'll end our icebreaker game at that, so feel free to eat those M&Ms. You deserve them. So thank you again for coming. And I just want to, before we end, I just want to open this part up to you, so that way you have, if you have any questions, or if you want to express yourself on how today's session went, you can do that right now. So this is your time, if you want to. You don't have to.
It was nice. It was cool getting to know you, and it was cool to talk about like things that I liked and things that you liked, and learn about each other. So I'm excited for future session.
Awesome. I'm glad that you enjoyed today's session, and that I want you to feel comfortable here. I don't want you to feel like you can't, that you have to be stuck in this room. Like, yes, you have 20 minutes, but if you want to, and like if you have nothing else to say, we can just sit here. Maybe I'll bring more M&Ms. So these are your favorite?
Yes.
Okay. Cool. So, like I said, thank you for sharing, and just participating in today's session. Just continue. Like I look forward to our weekly sessions. So next week, so we'll see each other in a week. So from today on until next session, try to, like you said, you like to write. Like if something upsetting happens or something good happens, jot it down, and you can bring those notes with you. And if you want someone to talk to, I'm here. We can talk about that, or if there's anything else. Like I said, this is your time. So whether it's good or bad, I'm here to talk about it with you. Okay, and so that's your homework. Take it down in notes, and then we'll meet again next week, and we'll talk more about it. And but yeah, I'll share my thoughts. I think today went well. Like, I think this is a good game to help us, like you said, learn about one another. And I liked what I heard. You're sound very ambitious, creative, and it sounds like you have a good sense of awareness of who you are. So keep that up. And from here on out, if you need to see me before our session next week, you can always try to see me. Okay, try to make an appointment, or I'll try to see you in the hallways. Okay. All right.
Deal.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye. I'm gonna take these.